Welcome to the Statement of Purpose Insight into You, presented by the Career Center. Please note, for some graduate or professional schools, a statement of purpose can also be referred to as a personal statement. For others, they may ask for an autobiographical statement or a letter of intent, so this information can be transferable as you work on any of these documents. Today, our objectives are to 1. Understand the importance of a statement of purpose. 2. Start your statement of purpose reflection by conducting your self-inventory. And 3. Identify strategies to begin developing your statement of purpose. First of all, it's important to understand the graduate school application process. Most graduate schools' admission committees will review a variety of areas to help them assess your academic potential as well as your knowledge in the field related to their graduate program. They will evaluate your college courses, past and present, grade point average, standardized test scores, read your letters of recommendation and your statement of purpose, review your overall school and program application, as well as consider your interview. All of these factors will determine if you are the right candidate for their graduate or professional program. Now let's talk about the importance of a statement of purpose, as it tends to be a major key factor in the review process. The statement is an introduction of you to the committee. It provides them an overall picture of the steps you have taken to prepare yourself for this future career path. It should describe any skills, abilities relevant to the field of interest, experiences that have validated or reinforced your career of interest, highlight achievements, give them a glimpse of your personality, and most importantly, it showcases your written communication skills. How strong are your writing skills? These will be very critical in any graduate program. The admission committee looks for connections to a variety of competencies in the statement of purpose. What are your areas of interest? How have you embarked in work, research, leadership, and volunteer experiences? What does your educational background consist of? And how does it connect to the program and your future career path? What are your goals? Talk about your short-term goals. What do you want to acquire during your graduate program? How about your long-term goals? How are those goals going to impact your community and your society? Why are you interested in graduate studies? Is it more than just being in school? Connect your interests to the field and future career path. What is unique about you? What are the unique experiences that have shaped your interest in this field, industry, graduate program, and/or career path? How can this demonstrate your success in graduate school? Before you begin your statement of purpose, invest time in conducting your self-inventory. Sit down and think of using the following suggested topic areas to help you brainstorm. Note down any idea and your inventory of skills, abilities, and experiences that have reinforced that this is a field for you. Motivation. What experiences have validated your interest in this field? How do you know that this future career path is the right fit for you? What short-term or long-term goals have you set for yourself to get there? Personal background. Oftentimes, talking about your personal background can help you convey to the committee why you have selected to pursue a graduate degree in this field. What and or who were influences in you deciding this interest? What challenges have you had to overcome in this journey? What opportunities have you had along the way that have been beneficial for you as you embark in this graduate program? Academics. You have been in school for at least 4 years and should consider adding examples of your academic experience into your statement of purpose, especially if these experiences have reinforced your interest in the graduate program. Think of your courses, academic internships, observation hours, networking with faculty, service learning, study abroad, group projects, etc. What are some courses that created this interest for you? How have you found a research topic that you want to further pursue? What abilities helped you in being successful as an undergraduate student and can give a glimpse of your potential as a graduate student? How does your degree connect to your field of interest? Why have you selected their program? What is unique about it that you have selected this school versus another? What research have you done on the program? For example, learning objectives, coursework, faculty, etc. Reflect on your professional, volunteer, and leadership experiences. These can help you identify other validating factors as to why graduate school. How have these experiences influenced your choice of study? And how have the skills, abilities you have gained from these experiences prepared you to embark in this future career path? Is there a specific research that you have performed in your undergraduate degree that reinforced this field of interest? Who, if any, introduced you to this area of interest? The structure of your statement of purpose is a critical piece of developing your statement of purpose. As mentioned earlier, it gives them a glimpse of your written communication skills. It helps the committee assess what your competency is in this area and how that is a match to the rigor of their program. There are 3 main components to a statement of purpose. Start with the introduction. Introduce yourself to the committee, the why, the influences, the aha moment that led you to decide on this graduate program. Then there is the body of your statement of purpose, the multiple paragraphs that will convey and demonstrate to the committee that you indeed have prepared yourself for graduate studies. This is where you talk about your skills and abilities and connect them to your various experiences, all with the purpose of demonstrating you have developed some initial preparation for this career path. Also talk about your short-term and long-term goals. Finally, the conclusion of your statement of purpose is where you get to reiterate some of your unique skills and experiences and why you're interested in their program or school. Think of this. The admission committee is reading and reviewing many statement of purposes. Some programs may review 500 applications only to grant 30 slots in their graduate program. So how are you going to make yourself stand out from the competition? The key is attention grabbing, particularly with your opening paragraph. Create a statement that keeps the reader wanting to learn more about you. Here are a few examples noted in the Graduate Admissions Essay Book by Donald Asher, 2008. At the age of 48, I left my 2 children, my husband, and the dishes in the sink, and moved into a college dorm to become a freshman. And because I was a first-generation college student, I had no one to tell me that a college dorm is not the serene academic refuge I had always imagined. Here is another example. When the old man urinated on my left leg, it ran down my pants and into my shoe. I could not let go of him as I was holding him up, trying to move him from a wheelchair onto the bed. That is when I first realized that medicine was not going to be just starched white lab coats and golf at 4. I looked again at medicine, the actual practice of medicine on real people, and saw that it often involved messy fluids, imprecisions, and elements of surprise. These are 2 examples of strong opening paragraphs in a statement of purpose. It captures the attention of the reader to continue learning more about the candidate and why the candidate has selected the field of study. It entices the committee to want to read more about the candidate's journey and how they have connected it to the program. It is important to show, not tell. Don't just list your experiences and skills and abilities in your statement. Please avoid the laundry list. Make connections for them. Highlight in your statement if you have any foundational skills that are aligned with your career path of interest. How did you develop them? And how did you utilize them to prepare you for this career? What do you know about the field? Demonstrate to the committee using strong, unique examples. What do you have planned to help you make these skills stronger? Or what do you have planned to develop some of the necessary skills in this field? Remember, your goal is to make yourself stand out from the competition, so select examples that were most impactful to you. Being consistent with the theme of your statement is really critical. Make sure your statement is not choppy, but has a consistent flow. Don't start off with one experience, then jump into something else, then return to the previous experience. Think of you describing your journey from the aha moment to the now. What are experiences in your journey that have increased your interest in the field? What have you accomplished in this journey? And as I have mentioned before, giving examples is very important. Don't just tell them what you have done, but make connections for them. You may want to use the STAR approach to help you tie your skills to your examples. The STAR approach stands for situation, task, action, result. What are the experiences that have helped you learn and gain what you have thus far? Your goal is to show the committee that you are prepared and have what it takes to be a successful graduate student and will ultimately lead to a successful career. As you conduct your self-inventory, remember to think of all of your experiences: academic, volunteer, work, internship, leadership, research, etc. What is the bigger picture you can convey in your examples? This will give the admission committee a glimpse of how you have accomplished your goals and are equipped for this next step of graduate work. It is very important that you follow the prompts that are provided by this specific program. Please note, not all programs have prompts. If they have prompts, be sure to answer them, and all of them, in your statement of purpose. These are a few examples of prompts. Why do you want to be ... Example: why do you want to be a social worker? Why do you want to be an accountant? Connect your interests to the program. What will you contribute to the field? Some of these programs are cohort-based, and committees want to ensure that you can work as part of a team, because in that career path, teamwork and collaboration is key. What are you going to contribute to your cohort? They want to get a sense that you have put some thought into your career goals. One thing I have told students is, if you cannot convince yourself that this is a program fit for you and that you are ready for graduate work, then it will be challenging to convince the review committee of it. What are the obstacles and challenges that you have had to overcome? Keep in mind that each program may require different things. For example, page length, characters per limit, word count, etc. So read the application requirements carefully. Make sure you keep yourself organized throughout this process. You don't want to confuse yourself, especially if you're applying to multiple graduate programs. Now let's get started with the initial phase of your statement, your first draft. I suggest you start by free writing any and all ideas that may come to mind and relate to your reason to pursue graduate studies. Don't edit yourself at this stage. Let the ideas flow. Make it a habit to constantly reflect on your experiences and jot ideas down that relate to why graduate school, for when you finally get to work on your statement of purpose. Your second draft, and consecutive drafts after that. On average, it will take most students about 3 to 5 drafts to have a strong statement of purpose. Remember, writing skills are very critical in this statement. Can you use your critical thinking skills and synthesize information? This is an example of just that. Can you use your critical thinking skills and synthesize information they want to know about you in a short, concise manner? When working on these drafts, remember, what are the foundational components that you need to incorporate? What is the message that you are trying to convey to the committee about your potential as a graduate student and as a future professional? Again, make connections of your skills, abilities to your experiences. Give examples, incorporating short-term and long-term goals. Also, read your statement from the lens of the admission committee. Would you accept yourself into the program? Do you make connections of your skills, abilities that relate to this program and/or field to your experiences? Does it seem that you challenged yourself in writing this statement? Does it show that you invested the time to work on this document? As you read your second, third, fourth, and so on drafts, ask yourself, does your statement grab the reader's attention? Does it sound positive? Is your message as to why this field consistent throughout the statement? Does it show your self-reflection? This is going to be a critical piece in this process. You cannot fully embark in developing your statement of purpose if you have not done your self-inventory. Focus on the self-reflection of your experiences and/or skills related to the graduate program and/or field. Can you articulate your goals? Can you convey to the admission committee why interested in their program and/or field? Is it organized? Does it walk them through your journey? And does it connect to why interested in their program and/or field? In writing your statement of purpose, watch the I statements. The statement is about you, so you may use I's, but don't overutilize them. I have read statements where every sentence starts with the I. Use transitional phrases. Demonstrate to the committee your critical thinking skills, your ability to synthesize information, and give them a glimpse of your strong written communication skills, as writing is going to be part of your graduate program. Can you market yourself in writing? Do not bore the reader. Keep in mind that each committee member will read many statement of purposes. So how can you make yourself stand out? This is why it's important to start with a strong opening paragraph that captures their interest in reading more about you. Don't start with the typical, "My name is," or "I have always wanted to be." There is a Developing a Statement of Purpose resource guide that all students may pick up at the Career Center that will provide additional tips and strategies on this. Also, the book called Graduate Admissions Essay by Donald Asher, 2008, is a great resource to help you get started with your statement. This includes some great examples. Often students will just write what the committee members want to hear. You want to refrain from telling them what they already know about the industry or the field. Remember, the committee members may be experts in the field. Don't be generic. This is the time to be specific about your skills and experiences and why the field of interest. These are some topic areas to avoid in your statement of purpose. Controversial subjects include politics or religion, but a personal experience is okay, especially if it directly relates with the program you are planning on attending. Keep your references within college experience, so stay away from accomplishments from high school. There is an exception. If there was a major traumatic event that changed the course of your life, career plans, or goals, then definitely talk about it. I hope that the tips and strategies shared with you in this webinar will help you get started in developing your statement of purpose. Should you require additional assistance or would like a statement of purpose critique, please call our Career Center at 657-278-3121 to schedule an appointment with your college career specialist.